Now, job redundancy is an unfortunate reality for many workers. It can come as a shock and leave families in limbo. But as Belinda Wilkinson reports, there are some simple ways to get back on track and how redundancy doesn't have to mean financial ruin.
I was just in total shock.
It's not always easy to handle it.
I ended up with extreme anxiety.
When 57-year-old Elizabeth Thayer was called into a meeting with her boss, she had no idea what was coming.
What I didn't expect was to get the news that my job was going to be made redundant.
The Perth mother had worked for a disability support group for 4 years.
I absolutely loved my job. I lived for my job because I was actually making a difference.
Elizabeth was the family's main provider, and like many in her situation, the small payout didn't last long.
I started to get into a panic because it was that time of year when we've got rates, bills coming in. The financial pressures were huge.
Elizabeth put all her effort into finding a new job.
I spent 7 days a week, 8 hours a day, actually online looking at Seek, all the online, avenues to find a job. By the third week, I hadn't heard anything and I started to lose my confidence.
The past year has been tough for WA workers, with some companies closing and others like BHP having widespread redundancies.
We're seeing a transition away from people who have the skills to build things, whether that's ports or roads or infrastructure, and more into the services industry who's able to maintain and develop those areas.
Patrick Canion is the CEO of financial advisory firm ipac Australia, and he says redundancies are on the rise.
It can seem pretty dark at the time it happens, but again, if you manage it well, you can turn that into a real positive.
Firstly, you need to manage your situation with simple steps. Avoid denial.
Be honest with yourself and accept that this is a pretty significant event in your career.
Be careful with your payout.
Don't treat the money as a windfall.
Research your super and insurance policies.
Many superannuation funds automatically have some insurance, whether that's against sickness and accident or life insurance involved in those.
Get specialist tax advice.
In the event of genuine redundancy, there's special tax rules that apply to the payout. So you often will pay a lower rate of tax than you would if it was just an ordinary paycheck.
Don't be afraid to seek help from Centrelink.
In some certain circumstances, they actually have emergency payments available too in very difficult situations.
And create a budget.
No one likes doing it, but it's more important than ever at these times to really know exactly where your money goes.
For Elizabeth, the redundancy gave her a chance to realise her dreams.
I had to reevaluate my approach.
And that was to start her own coaching company.
What I'm doing is actually helping people going through a similar situation to myself a year ago.
Patrick says for some workers, it's a case of re-evaluating their skills and being given the opportunity to turn over a new leaf.
The flip side is there are new jobs being created overall in this change.
Believe in what you have to offer.
It really does become a situation when they look back, they go, wow, I'm really glad that happened.
Belinda Wilkinson there. For more information, head to our website.